Welcome back to Scottish Movies, and today I'm going to be going through my complete collection of the Network label. Now, Network is a company that recently sadly went into liquidation. They released a lot of British old TV shows and movies on their label, and they really will be sadly missed. But what I'm going to do today is just show you what I've got under their banner, so to speak, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've been through my collection and I've counted up. I've got 17 Network titles. Not loads, but I've got quite a few. I've got that is 14 DVDs and 3 Blu-rays. Okay, so first up, I've got a movie. Now this was sent to me by my good friend James Millership, Jim John Movies and TV, and it's a film starring David Essex, and it's called Silver Dream Racer. This is an 80s film. I've not actually watched it yet. What year was it from? 1980. Yeah, and that was released on the Network banner, one of their movies. As I say, I've not watched it yet, but we'll need to get onto that soon. It's part of the 80s collection. And also another one I was kindly sent by James is the first series of a series I did watch as a kid, or remember watching sort of the odd episode here and there, and it is The Sweeney with John Thor and Dennis Waterman. Yeah, this was a real gritty cop show from the sort of late 70s and 80s. I think it went into the 80s anyway. Definitely started in the 70s. But yeah, great show. If you're not seeing it, I do recommend The Sweeney. Next up, we've got a 2-disc set of a comedy series. Now, I don't know if this is just a compilation of some of the certain episodes or what. I'm not fully sure, but it's The Goodies. This is the At Last a Second Helping. This is the only Goodies disc that I do own, but I did used to watch The Goodies growing up. I think I picked this one up in a car boot sale last summer for about £1 or something. And as I say, being a fan of The Goodies growing up, I wasn't going to leave that behind. It's got, I think it's looks like 8 episodes on. I think they were all aired on the BBC, these ones. So yeah, that's The Goodies. Next up is the complete first series of a show aired on ITV on Thames Television, and it is the Morecambe and Wise show aired on ITV. Yeah, it's got 2 discs, consists of 4 specials made by Thames Television from 1978 onwards, and some from 1980 as well. But yeah, I'll be honest, I've not dived into this yet, but Morecambe and Wise, comedy legends, used to watch him growing up, and yeah, so that's Morecambe and Wise show. Next up is a TV series that I picked up at a charity shop for £1. This complete first series starring Molly Sugden, who you may remember from what was it called? Are You Being Served? She was the lady who was talking about pussy all the time. Well, yeah, this is a series she must have made after that. It is from the 80s, called That's My Boy. I do recognise the title. You used to get a lot of these kind of shows in the early 80s. This was put out by Yorkshire Television, and yeah, I've not got around to checking it out yet, but yeah, that's my boy. Next up is a show which aired in, I think it was the 70s. Yeah, it was literally aired. The first episode aired, but when I was probably about 1, in 1973. It stars Richard O'Sullivan, and this is Man About the House, complete first series. Yeah, I found this in charity shop as well. I think I probably paid about a quid for it or something. I do remember watching these sort of back in the day, and I did watch a few just last year. They were airing on I think it was ITV2 or ITV3 or something, sort of early morning, and I started catching a few before work, and yeah, and enjoyed it. And then I did actually find this DVD, so yeah, happy to have that in the collection. That's Man About the House. Okay, next up is a series by Michael Palin and Terry Jones of Monty Python fame. I couldn't think of the name then. And it's The Complete Ripping Yarns. Yeah, this is a network release. Again, this is one I definitely found in a charity shop. I don't really know anything about it. I've not watched it. Aired in, when this, I think was it the 90s? I'm not too sure, but it's still got several episodes on there. But that's called Ripping Yarns. Next up is a best of DVD of a series from the 90s, and I think there is, how many episodes are on this? Oh, two-part stories, and it is Baywatch with obviously David Hasselhoff, Pamela Anderson, and Eric Eleniak. Yeah, I think I picked this up for about £1 or two on was it on Network, or I can't remember if it was on the Network website. It might have been. I think it was in the sale. But yeah, remember Baywatch from the 90s. Didn't watch it religiously, but yeah, for a couple of quid I was going to pick that up. Next up is a series starring two of my favourite comedians ever, and that is Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson. And I picked this up, I think I got this on CX, ordered it in. I think it was about £5 or £6, or something I'd never actually seen from the 80s, and it's Danger Vision. Yeah, this is just Rick and Aid being completely nuts as usual, blowing each other up, punching each other, fighting each other, you know, everything they do best, basically. And when I was digging out all my network releases, I'll be honest, I didn't realise this was on Network. But yeah, this is a great little series. They did this, I think it was definitely after the Young Ones. It's definitely before, I think it was before Bottom, but yeah, if you've not seen Danger Vision, it's worth checking out. It's funny stuff. Okay, moving on now. Next DVD we've got is a complete first series of a show I definitely watched growing up, and it's got 8 episodes complete and uncut, and it is Metal Mickey. Who remembers this one, guys? Yeah, this is classic 80s. Aired in when was it? Well, I think it was very early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, early 80s. Doesn't actually say when it aired, but it was a bunch of kids with this robot in the house, and yeah, it was funny as a kid. It's probably not age great, but that's Metal Mickey. And another series from the, I think again, late 70s, early 80s. Does it say? Yeah, 79 through 82. This complete series, and I got this in the charity shop. Sapphire in Steel with what's her name? Joanna Lumley and David McCallum. Remember this growing up? I've not checked this out since I got it. It's just definitely a charity shop, but I think it was probably about 50p or a pound. And it does actually trade to CX for a bit as well, but I've held on to it. I vaguely recall it as from it being a kid, but yeah, well, that's Sapphire in Steel anyway. Next up, we've got a DVD with I think is it 3 Christmas specials? I think is there 3 on here? I don't know. Oh no! Oh yeah, 4. Sorry, first 4 Christmas specials, and that is Birds of a Feather with Pauline Quirk and is it Leslie Joseph and Linda Robson. Yeah, I used to watch Birds of a Feather back in the 80s and early 90s. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. Don't think it was ever as good when they redid it in recent years, but these are probably some of the better ones. It was something I found, and not something I'm bothered about getting a complete series, but happy to have a few specials there. So yeah, that's Birds of a Feather. Next up is a series definitely from the late 70s. I do remember growing up, and this is a complete series. It was from London Weekend Television, and it's definitely 100% not something that would be made today or even aired today. And it's a series called Mind Your Language, and yeah, this was basically about a teacher that teaches sort of foreign students in a class, just basically speaking English, teach them to speak English. And it's obviously got every sort of stereotype you could probably think of in there. I have watched a couple of episodes of this again. It is funny, but it has aged very, very badly, and definitely wouldn't get out today. Next up is another complete series that I remember vaguely growing up. I mainly remember the theme tune, and I found this in a charity shop for 50p. I was chuffed because at the time it traded in CX for about £7 or £8. I don't know what it does now, but I kept hold of it anyway. And it's a series called Only When I Laugh. This stars James Bolam, Peter Bowles, and also you got a young Richard Wilson there, old Victor Meldrew. And yeah, this was quite a funny series set in a hospital. And yeah, I mainly remember it from the theme tune, where it basically went H-A-P-P-Y, I'm H-A-P-P-Y, I know I am, I'm sure I am, I'm H-A-P-P-Y. I don't know what we're doing that again, but yeah, that is Only When I Laugh. And that is all the DVDs for now. Onto the Blu-rays. We've got 3 Blu-rays. First up is a Gerry Anderson show that I used to watch as a kid. Never massive fan of it because it kind of replaced another series that I was a big fan of, and it niggled me a bit because I never thought it was good. It replaced a series called Starfleet, but this was still a great series, and it's Terrorhawks. I remember being terrified by what's her name there? She's Zelda. Yeah. It's a puppet show, a bit like a Thunderbirds type thing, but yeah, it's great. It's great fun, and this was the complete series. I got this for about £5 or £6, I think, a year or two back. It was some sort of pretty cool deal on it, so yeah, that's Terrorhawks. Next up is a series I got just a few weeks back that I grew up watching and absolutely loved this, and it is Robin of Sherwood, complete series. Sorry, Michael Praed there, and also with a young Ray Winston in it as well. Yeah, this is fantastic Robin Hood series. This is my Robin Hood growing up. This is probably the Disney movie. And yeah, I love this series. I've watched a couple of episodes since I got this Blu-ray, and it's got a great theme tune again as well. So that's Robin of Sherwood. And the final Blu-ray in my network collection I got just a couple of days ago, and that is another Gerry Anderson series, Space 1999, this complete first series, this big thick Blu-ray set here. Yeah, this was something that I again watched growing up alongside like your Thunderbirds and your Terrorhawks and everything like that. This is obviously a live action space series. Star Wars had a lot to answer for because it and Star Wars and Star Trek because it spawned so much stuff, whether it be film or TV, and this was just another one. And well, it is good in its own right from what I recall, and so I look forward to getting into these. It's like it's been 40, well, probably about 40 odd years since I've seen this, but if not more. But yeah, that's Space 1999. And yeah, that is it, guys. That is my complete network DVD and Blu-ray collection. Hopefully I will pick some more up in the future if I find some series that I'm after. Obviously they're going to be become harder to get hold of now with, unfortunately, with the demise of network, but that's why we've still got CX. So, yeah, maybe if I find something I'm after, I need to get them snapped up while I can, like I did Space 1999. But yeah, comment down below what your probably favourite network releases, if you've got any, or if there's a series you want to get hold of. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon for some more videos. Bye guys.